Church Mothers Part 3 and the destructive ways that they have hurt young women over the years. Back in the day, still to this day, some people are listening to the words and hearing the words that those church mothers spoke over them about how they dressed and how they looked and how they wore their hair. Somebody commented and said a church mother said that her tatas were too big. And of course, that comes out of jealousy, insecurity, because they know that they raggedy deacon husbands was probably looking, or they thought that they were looking, and they themselves weren't taking care of their bodies, and they were like three body types in one. But just like some of those church mothers could not control the fact that they were multiple body types in one, a 15-year-old girl can't control how big her tatas are developing. As a young first lady at 21, I watched the mothers and how they would talk to the women in the church. And I would have to be a buffer because we spent all that time evangelizing to get the prostitutes in. And then one Sunday, I'm looking for all the ladies of the night. They're not there, and I call. Well, the mothers say that since we don't have the right kind of stockings or any stockings, we can't come. They had stockings, but they had lady of the night fishnet type stockings, right? And we can't wear pants, so the mother said that we can't. So I went and took off my stockings, my pantyhose in the back office. And one day I showed up with pants, sure did, and I sat on the front row. Bad First Lady. But if it's any consolation, just know that those women were speaking from unhealed places, broken places, jealousies, insecurities. Some of them just had evil hearts. They were just nasty, mean-spirited women. And lastly, I'll say this. I saw 10. I counted them, and I know 2 of the ladies, because one of them is the First Lady. 10 of them, they're older women. They all look like they were in their 60s and 70s, and great. They were having a great time. But all of them were church women. The pastor's wife was there, other mothers of the church, and every last one of them was obese. No muscles in sight, no waistline in sight. Well, I'll just say at least non-obese, because some of them weren't just extremely fat, but they weren't in shape. One church mother told me this, and I let her live because she looked like she was about to die anyway. She came to me and punched me in my stomach. And I had my 2 kids in the bathroom. They were 4 and 5. And she said, don't you ever have no more kids out of wedlock. I had those kids in wedlock, and I was divorced. But she just assumed because I was in the bathroom with both of my kids that, and by myself, my husband's supposed to be in a woman's bathroom? Like, what do you mean? You have no idea what you're talking about. Although we've left the church, they seem to not want to leave us alone. So when they come to me and they say things like, you need to be doing this, why don't you do this? My question is, why haven't you taken care of yourself over the years? That's your elders. You need to respect your elders. I can ask you in a respectful way. We're all grown now. So I'll tell them, when you can go to the gym or go get a personal trainer and lose 60 pounds, I'll go to church. And I'm going to be sitting right here on Sunday morning. And my new music single is out right here. Just search my name. It costs this much, or you can pay whatever you want.